Good afternoon. I am Ravindran from the corporate communication team of HDFC Bank, welcoming this extremely distinguished gathering from HDFC Bank and Apollo Hospital. And of course, our friends from the media. Thank you all for being here. Today we are going to announce a very distinguished partnership. And I know that our friends from the media would have a lot of questions, possibly on subjects that are not related to the partnership. My request to everyone is to keep their questions confined to the partnership. That is what we'll be able to answer today. Also, your phones will be, your audio will be on mute throughout. We would request all of you, however, to state your name, the name of the publication you represent, and where you are on the chat box. You will be on mute throughout till the time you are unmuted during the question and answer session. So that is at the question and answer session, we will answer as many questions of yours as possible. Thank you all again for being here. Today we have with us two visionaries and two doyens who saw tomorrow in their industry. Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, the founder chairperson, the chairman of Apollo Hospitals Group, and Mr. Aditya Puri, managing director of HDFC Bank. We now request Dr. Reddy to say a few words on the partnership.
Good morning and namaste to all. I have a special word to say to Mr. Aditya Puri, who really made an outstanding of the HDFC Bank as the largest private bank and a world-class bank. This is where I think we really admire him. And this is where his initiation and then bringing in newer things for better world has come in. Thank you, Aditya Puri, for bringing in this new concept to us. And I'm also thankful to Mr. Jagdishan, who will follow this up, and my ever-inspiring daughters, Vice President of Apollo, Shobana. Today, we are at the cusp of a technology-led disruption of the Indian healthcare system. This digital transformation is redefining how people will access healthcare by taking healthcare beyond the hospital building. So this is what we say, away from hospital. Geographical divides are blurring as we can now qualify personalized facilities to all people, even in the most remote locations. That is the most important thing, thanks to the advancements in technology. Technological innovation has been one of the main pillars of the patient-centric and consistently evolving Apollo ecosystem. Hence, we launched Apollo 24/7 in February this year to combat another crisis, NCD crisis. World Economic Forum said this decade, 2020 to 2030, the world will see NCD crisis. What is NCDs? Diabetes, heart attacks, strokes, cancer, and infection. They said 80% of the deaths will be in this decade will be from these 5 diseases. I had another 6th one called the obesity. But then he also added, saying apart from these deaths, it's going to cost the world $30 trillion and it cost India $3.8 trillion, which is more than 50% of the GDP. Leaving the money alone, in India, we are more concerned because Indian heart disease occurs in younger age group, between 30 and 50, and now we are seeing between 25 and 30. So I think the family is the biggest loser in this, losing a young, productive person from the family. The company loses him, and the country loses this productivity, and this is the most important thing. That's why we're using an artificial intelligence company from UK, redefined the whole way how we give medicine to people. But COVID came in, and our first use of this system has now gone to COVID on a priority. Apollo 24/7 is an end-to-end omni-channel healthcare platform. This is enabling users from any part of the country to use an array of trusted Apollo services for their phones at the touch of a button. I think this is very important. How simple we have made this. We are happy to share that we have more than 4 million registered users on our platform now. And most importantly, nearly a third of them are coming from the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. So when we said the last mile, I think this is where we'll work towards that goal. But where the fragmented healthcare ecosystem limits equal access to quality healthcare, the economic disruption created by the pandemic has made personal finance more precarious. This is how the bank will come into play, how they will make it more accessible for people. But something that will remain long after the pandemic is the need for a healthier financial and physical well-being among Indians and the world. It is with this mission to address this gap that we at Apollo have joined hands with HDFC Bank to pool our expertise to launch the Healthy Life program. Together, our aim is to make digital health accessible as well as affordable to all. I'm sure this move would further redefine our digital services in the country. We choose to collaborate with HDFC as one of the most trusted names in the banking sector today. Thank you, Mr. Aditpuri. Years of our trust and expertise in the respective sector is what this collaboration brings to the table. Both the companies have long held the common goal of improving life for the common man and will now leverage each other's knowledge and capabilities to provide new best-in-class offerings. Through this partnership, Apollo takes the mission of bringing world-class healthcare to everyone, a step further by making it affordable. And as for the HDFC partnership echoes, their promise of understanding the customer's world by providing them access to quality healthcare during the time of need. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all, and namaste, and my sincere greetings to the people across the country today. And when this takes off, I think the whole world will be benefited with this partnership, new role of how we can give access to healthcare more easily.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful perspective. You talked of a mission. Thank you, sir, again for that. Now, can I request our MD, Mr. Aditya Puri, to speak a few words and give his perspective.
Good afternoon, friends. On behalf of HDFC Bank and the Apollo Hospital Group, I would like to thank you for taking time to be with us here today. Before I begin, I must acknowledge Dr. Reddy's graciousness and thank him for his kind words. The COVID epidemic has turned the world upside down for us, but what it has also highlighted is the urgent need for affordable, good healthcare with proper payment and financing options. PM Modi, with his emphasis on digitization, has laid the platform on which we can build and change, as Dr. Reddy said, the way healthcare is provided, the way payment is made, the way financing is given, and substantially extend the geography to the length and breadth of the country. So we, both the institutions, heartily support the PM's National Digital Health Initiative. And today we are going to launch our own mini health initiative along the same lines with the same objective. Today, HDFC Bank and Apollo Hospitals are delighted to launch Health Life, a holistic healthcare solution. I think Dr. Reddy mentioned it as well. What we need is something that takes both healthcare and financing out of the worry universe of the customer. Now customers will get, and I think he elaborated, so I don't need to elaborate again, quality healthcare when they want it, where they want it. अभी थोड़ी हिंदी में भी बोल देता हूँ. हम लोगों को क्या फिक्र होती है, हमको क्या चाहिए? हमको चाहिए अच्छा डॉक्टर, हमको चाहिए वो डॉक्टर टाइम से, हमको चाहिए हॉस्पिटल में एडमिशन, और डॉक्टर रेड्डी साहब ने भी बोला हम डिस्काउंट देंगे, हमको चाहिए proper medicines, which are quality medicines. We need diagnostic health care. We need simple payment. नहीं तो आदमी सोचता रहता है कितने पैसे घर में रखूं, कल को हॉस्पिटल जाना पड़े वो कैश मांगेगा. So simple payment solutions. Now, as the economy is going through a tough time, and some parts of healthcare naturally are expensive, not because people want to make that much profit, because it's expensive to provide intensive care. So people need also financing. So we are in a position to today, jointly between the two institutions and market leaders, bring to you Healthy Life, which will give you access to a doctor 24/7. It will give you preferential treatment in a hospital. It will get you a discount. It will get you, they also have chemists. It will get you the right medicine at the right discount. You will be able to pay very easily. At the same time, on the spot, you will get financing. More than that, वो क्या कहते हैं, सोना पर सुहागा, or icing on the cake, your credit card payments. We are working with Apollo also to make sure that the reward points can be used to buy medicines. So we do believe that this is phenomenal. Now the natural question is when this is going to be available. This is available now. The extensive distribution of HDFC Bank plus the extensive distribution of Apollo allows us to give you an online solution that you could have never seen. So welcome to the best of medical services, to the best of financing, and jointly we are taking medical worry out of you. Now, final thing, a healthy India is a happy India. A happy India is a prosperous India. And in the prosperity of India lies the prosperity of Apollo and HDFC Bank. Thank you so much, and let's hope you like what we have to offer.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir. There was one underlying theme in what both the visionaries said, and that was mission.
I just saw your mistake.
Thank you very much, both of you, sirs. And now I request Dr. Reddy, Mr. Puri, Madam Shobana, and Mr. Sashidhar Jagdishan, to all of them to give a thumbs up and to formally launch this initiative. May I request everyone present to also put their hands together to celebrate this. Thank you, friends, and thank you, sirs, and thank you, madam. And now, I now request Madam Shobana to say a few words about the initiative.
Morning, everyone. There's so little to say because the two doyens of finance and of health have actually covered all the white spaces and brought so much ease into people's mind. But for me, it gives me immense joy and a great sense of pride to be part of this team, to be part of the HDFC and the Apollo team for this launch, where the biggest names in the ecosystems are coming together to give customers something unique and forward-looking in the form of the Healthy Life program for all our customers. In the last few months, we've been forced to evaluate and actually recalibrate our priorities. And I think it's about time to prioritize health first. To facilitate that, we need to change the way we think. You know, this is the age of insights where you have so much data available, and this is something that you can actually make better decisions. But this is also the fourth industrial revolution. This is the time when you can use technology to make your life better. And bringing these two to harness the power of technology to make our lives better in health is something that HDFC and Apollo is going to offer to all of you from today onwards. With this partnership, our objective is that we're going to make life easier for people to opt for a healthy life by making the best healthcare accessible 24/7. This is a dream today, to take healthcare to places where the physical infrastructure isn't available. Or actually now we're going to bring it to your doorstep, and that too in real time. This is digital health. This is digital health for you now. And extending the thought, I believe that the two biggest challenges is medical emergencies and keeping healthy. So for both, you need a trusted and quality healthcare, and you also need finance when you need it. And this is how beautifully both the Managing Director, Mr. Aditya Puri, and our Chairman, Dr. Reddy, really spoke about this. And it's to address this precisely is the combined reach of what only HDFC and Apollo can give you. Believe us that, we did a calculation and we found that while HDFC has served 95% of India's population through its branches, Apollo Pharmacy actually serves, 40% of the Indian population is just 30 minutes away from an Apollo Pharmacy. Imagine combining the power of both the physical of what's available to you with digital access that now can be anywhere. And this is why when Aditya Puri picked Apollo, the Apollo 24/7 and Apollo Group, he said, can you match my infrastructure? Can you give health to all my customers? And I want to assure everybody today that we will match your speed, we will match your trust, and we will make sure that your 65 million customers and all the others that come in will get access to Apollo's quality service. This is there for you all, and this is our promise. And I think this is the joint promise. So thank you again, HDFC, for choosing us. And we want to say that for every one of you who trust Apollo, welcome to this family. Welcome to this new world of well-being that we're offering from this day onwards. It's going to be a great start, and I think this will transform the lives of many Indians, to transform them. It will actually be a global benchmark.
Thank you, Madam, for this joint promise on health for a very large part of our countrymen. I now request Mr. Rahul Shukla, Group Head, Corporate Banking and Business Banking, to speak more about the initiative.
First of all, Dr. Reddy, Mr. Puri, Sashi, and Shobna, congratulations. And congratulations to the teams on both sides of Apollo and HDFC Bank, who have worked together tirelessly in bringing this day to be possible. India has a healthcare sector with annual flows of approximately 10 lakh crores. And if you exclude the patients, there are 25 lakh entities. That is how fragmented it is. HDFC Bank is a very strong player in this fragmented space, which covers hospitals and labs, doctors, stockists, chemists, pharma companies, and most importantly, patients. HDFC Bank also has all the solutions on payments and financing available to our customers through an omnichannel experience. The bank is working hard to build a digital healthcare ecosystem to support the patient, which is at the center of this ecosystem, through partnerships with the most trusted partners. This is the first such partnership that we've announced in the hospital space. We are fortunate to team up with pretty much, the largest and the very best hospital group within the country. Through this partnership, our customers can access quality healthcare with instant and low-cost financing delivered digitally, effectively, when they need it, where they need it, and however much they need it. There is just no bars around it. There are normal, offering, packages that are available, which are getting rolled out as of today. At this moment, the program is live. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Rahul, for throwing more light on this partnership. And we also have with us Mr. Anthony Jacob, who is the CEO of Apollo 24/7. I just wanted to say a big welcome on behalf of all of us at HDFC Bank to him too. And friends, now we are now throwing the floor open for Q&A. As I said, we will take as many questions as possible. And I've requested everyone to share their names, the names of the publication and their location on the group chat, in the group. The questions will be taken by the Executive Vice Chairperson of Apollo Hospitals and Mr. Rahul Shukla, our group head. There is a question from Mr. Tahir Hussain from Rajasthan Patrika of Raipur. Will you be please be able to unmute yourself on video and ask this question? Okay, since he has not unmuted, I'll ask the question on his behalf. And the question is this only for HDFC Bank? Is this only for old customers? And how many stand to benefit from this?
So, sorry, can you repeat that, Ravindran, one more time?
Yeah, the question from Rajasthan Patrika is this scheme only for old for customers, and how many of them are expected to benefit from this, from the Healthy Life program?
So the Healthy Life program is an offering that Apollo Group already does. It has a base model. It has also up-tiered preferred models with different stackable options, whether it is for chronic care subscription or for COVID care, etc. All of these things will be available to HDFC Bank existing customers as well as potential new customers. At the end of the day, there is no limitation. Health is a priority for every citizen in this country, which is 1.3 billion people, and that is also a target market in a way, or the segment for the Apollo Group as well as for HDFC Bank Group. But yes, to the extent that these are customers of a bank, the bank is able to better support them with the financing needs.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul. We have Silky Singh from CNBC Awaaz. Silky, would you like to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Shivani, please unmute Silky.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Silky. Yes, Silky,
yes,
we
hi.
can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon. सर, मेरा सवाल नीरज सर से सर आपसे ये जानना चाहेंगे कि HDFC बैंक किस तरह के बेनिफिट्स देगा कस्टमर्स को इस स्कीम के तहत, और आपने बताया है कि ये डिजिटल हेल्थ इनिशिएटिव है, तो क्या केवल ऑनलाइन जो ट्रांजैक्शंस हो पाएगा या फिर ऑफलाइन भी इसके बेनिफिट्स को अवेल किया जा सकेगा?
तो मैडम, जो हमारी इसमें कोशिश है कि इजी एंड फ्रीली अवेलेबल सर्विसेज, बैंकिंग सर्विसेज और फाइनेंसिंग लोगों को मिलें, अगर हम उनको ये कहें कि आप ऑफलाइन आके करो, ठीक है, बैंक कर सकती है, और आप अगर 10 डिफरेंट फॉर्म भरें और तब लेके आएं, तो ऑन द स्पॉट, when a customer is required for a procedure, say a 20 lakh or 25 lakh, financing, that won't be possible, because this is a matter of life. This is, a question also of timing as well as immediacy. Right? How many Bollywood movies we've seen that the doctor goes inside, the operation theater and comes out and says, look, first, arrange the, money, and then people go out, trying to pawn, whatever they have, and to arrange it. And by then it would be too late. So digital is a means to provide immediacy, because you are dealing with life at that particular moment. And that is why, the thrust on it. Digital is also a thrust, because that is how you can reach every nook and corner of the country. If Apollo is available, through one of their properties to 40% of the population of India, and we have, presence in about 85%, of the districts in the country, that is the only way that you can go out and, provide basically life-saving care or life-saving financing immediately at that point of time.
Our point is that it's even for your daily or your monthly medical needs, the HDFC Association also allows the points that you have on your credit card come to our physical facilities in the pharmacy, or order it online very simply. The HDFC Healthy Life का app, वहाँ से healthcare पूरा, whether it's accessing a doctor 24/7, everything is available for the HDFC customers in Healthy Life.
In fact, Shobna, just to add on, Silky, madam, we will have all these details in the press release. There is a no-cost EMI, scheme. There is a 10-second, loan for patient financing. We will also be making available, those who come through small businesses, business loans, through this particular, partnership. And of course, there will be reward points and, cashbacks, etc. All of that will be available. But when it comes to life, it basically lessens the importance of it, to talk about reward points and cashbacks. But yes, those financial benefits will be available, because that is a key component of lowering the cost of financing to the patient.
मैडम, और जैसे शुक्ला जी कह रहे हैं, ये एक सुविधा के लिए डिजिटल है, पर आप जरूर हमारे ब्रांच में आइए, वहां भी हम देंगे, वहां असिस्टेड डिजिटल भी करेंगे, आपकी जैसे आपको सूट करेगा वैसे हम कर देंगे. जैसे शुक्ला जी ने कहा और शोभना जी ने कहा, इट इज इजियर डिजिटल, पर जिनको डिजिटल से अभी पूरी तरह समझ नहीं आई और कन्वर्जन नहीं हुई, अगर आप अपोलो के हॉस्पिटल में जाएंगे या हमारी ब्रांच में आएंगे, हम आपकी मदद करके असिस्टेड डिजिटल में वो भी आपको हो जाएगा.
The world of only HDFC and Apollo can actually offer.
Silky, that answers your question. The next question is from the line of Chiranjeev from znews.com, newsatnew.com. He wants, his question is, I guess, directed at Madam Shobna. He wants to know how many treatments and diseases will be covered through this.
Actually, everything. That it's what both the chairman and the managing director of HDFC in the Apollo spoke. This is about total access. ये outpatient हो सकता, ये doctor on call 24/7, or any particular, you have condition management programs digitally available, medicines to be delivered, but also within the hospital, every surgery, every diagnostic procedure, या आप जो कैंसर का केयर या anything that you need, the whole world of Apollo is now opened up with this partnership with HDFC.
Thank you, madam. We have Mr. Narasimhan, I think, from the Hindu Business Times. Mr. Narasimhan, would you like to ask a question? What's your question? Okay. Ankur Mishra ji from the Financial Express, Mumbai. Would you like to ask a question?
Shivani, please unmute Ankur's line.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to understand, is there any target which you have sent for financing? What I have understood, that is the major part of this tie-up.
Ankur,
Target is not in terms of financing. Sorry, Rahul, this one I'll take. Target is not in terms of financing.
Yes.
Our target is, as both Dr. Reddy and I said, we want to make medical healthcare and its financing hassle-free for every individual in this country. So more the merrier. खुदा ना खास्ता आप बीमार ना होए, पर अगर बीमार होए तो आपको बहुत ज्यादा सोचने की इश्यू नहीं है. आ जाइए, हमारे पास सब हो जाएगा.
Understood, sir. Will there be any eligibility criteria for customers?
Nothing.
No, you have to be a bank customer. Ankur, you should subscribe, to this program because, as Mr. Puri said, under this program, 24/7, you will have a doctor on call available in the case of emergencies. And that is a very, very, big relief to have with you as you navigate, basically the stresses of life.
The next question is from the line of Nivedita Vijay. Nivedita Vijay, would you like to ask your question and introduce your publication also, please? Okay. The question that she has asked is, what is the maximum financial assistance that can be provided?
So, at this point of time, if you look at most of the procedures that get done in hospitals today, they would be of the order of 10 to 20 lakhs at the high end. Many of the procedures are basically between a lakh to 5 lakhs or so. In this scheme, the financing that will be available would be up to 40 lakhs.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Then we have Jacinta from the Free Press Journal. I think the question has been answered. I'll ask it anyway for record. How many new customers are Apollo and HDFC Bank adding up? Will subscription have any extra charges attached? I think it has been answered in terms of, unless someone wants to answer again, it's been answered in terms of it is not about adding customers or targets. It is more about giving a healthy, creating a healthy India.
Yeah, Ravi, the base program, subscription is free. If you're a customer of the bank, the base program is available to you for free.
Okay.
So with that subscription, all that you have to do is, link on the subscription. And once you subscribe, if nothing else, you may not, basically need to buy medicines at a discount or, go to a hospital, but you will have the assurance that should you require, you have a 24/7, call and, some help available.
Okay. Thanks, Rahul. Just saying. Do we have any further queries? We have Mr. Ashish. Ashish, would you like to introduce yourself, your publication name, and ask?
Sir, Ashish here from PTI. How's this different from a cashless insurance facility? Because I would guess most of your customers would be anyways availing availing the cashless or availing health insurance.
Rahul, can I take that?
Sure.
So, two things. One is that it goes beyond an insurance policy. This is there for you all the time in terms of digital health, including your outpatient. When you go, you want to talk to consult, you want medicines, you want a diagnostic test, a checkup, which is not part of your insurance. Another thing is that when you see the ability...
So, Shobna, one sec. Shobna, can you correct from the back? We can't hear Shobna.
Oh, sorry.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah. So this goes beyond a health insurance. We think it's important that everyone has health insurance, but health insurance doesn't cover your entire health journey. So as an outpatient, do you need medicines? Do you need a doctor consult, a diagnostic, a checkup? This is what it will make sure that you stay healthy. And then beyond that, there are certain medical conditions that today, some of the costs are prohibitive because of technology and because of the continuum of the disease. And I think that's where the HDFC immediate, the 10-second to be able to avail of a loan. And so people that have health insurance will also benefit greatly from having, being part of Healthy Life, the HDFC program. And those that don't have will definitely need this.
Thank you.
Narasimhan from Business Standard. Sorry, I introduced him as the business line. Narasimhan, you had some technology issues. Are you able to unmute yourself and ask your question? Subrata, will you please unmute yourself, introduce your publication and ask your question?
Hi, this is Shubhrata from Business Standard newspaper. So I just wanted to understand what kind of interest rates will the bank charge on such loans?
The interest rate is from time to time. The bank is a very competitive, provider of financing and a leader in unsecured financing. So rest assured that this is going to be lower, and also the add-ons that will be available will depend on the individual client's journey with the bank. And I wanted to go back and add one more point. The earlier question was about insurance. In my team, all the young people who are there, the maximum trouble is that they will take an insurance of 3 lakh, 5 lakh or so. People don't use top up because everybody believes that we are built for longevity and the problem happens to somebody else until the problem basically comes to you. At that point of time, for a salaried young professional, the financing is available, everything is available, but if you are enrolled in a particular program, then it is instantly available. You don't have to go and look around for these things, and that is the gap or a big gap that this program goes out and covers.
Thank you.
Any further questions? We will wait for a couple of minutes. If there are no further questions, we will we'll bring this program to a halt, to a close. Somebody from Dainik Bhaskar has joined. Is there a question from Dainik Bhaskar? हमें नॉर्थ इंडिया से कोई सवाल नहीं आया. हमें बहुत खुशी होगी अगर कोई सवाल आएगी तो.
आएगी नहीं आएगा.
आएगा. Sorry sir, I stand corrected. That is the reason I was making sure I was not speaking too much in Hindi.
Okay.
This thing, right? A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and I stand corrected today. Okay, friends, from the media, thank you all for being there. And since we don't seem to have any further questions, we will bring this press meet to a... Okay, we just seem to have one question from Himanshu Venkatraman. Hema Malini from DT Next. Hema Malini, can you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yeah, my question is, given that banks are already so stressed, and so what makes you really so upbeat about offering such a financing option, and how confident are you to recover the money if and when the emergency situation makes a person avail the option?
Look, I will just only lead in, and beyond that, only Mr. Puri can give the best answer. I must tell you that this program is not only for, basically a procedure. It is for prevention, and it is, for cure. It is also for wellness. There are wellness packages in Apollo's Healthy Life that you can go out and subscribe, and that helps you basically just not fall sick and not, have the need for a procedure. The bank does not want people to have procedures because that's not the way you look at it. The way you look at it is that should you need one, you have that available. The product parameters of this financing go exactly as per the bank's policy. So there is no change or dilution. We've done a intensive study of this particular industry segment. Based on that, we've come out with criteria which meets the internal risk standards, keeps loss norms in check, and that is how we're going to roll out this particular program. I hand over to Mr. Puri.
Yeah, thank you, Rahul. Firstly, HDFC Bank is not stressed. I repeat again, we are not stressed. Our balance sheet is sound. We have a capital adequacy of close to 18+%, and we have been lending. You should have seen our growth last quarter, and I'm in the silent period, but we have good growth even now. So let me take this out of your mind. We have no problem in lending, and we will continue to lend. So that is one aspect of it. The second aspect is we are looking at providing holistic services which will cover everything. So have you seen our HDFC Bank treats? We are also promoting cars. We are also promoting, and we said COVID aayega, COVID chala bhi jayega. In the meantime, Hindustan is a great area. It will do well. You should see the upbeat stuff that is happening. So we do not feel any problem in lending, and we will continue to lend, and we will grow with this great country, which will be healthy and happy.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for this. We now have a question from Mr. Raju Devri of Northeast Now. Rajuji, can you please unmute and ask that question?
Good afternoon. My question is whether there will be any special discounts for patients who are suffering from critical illness. That's all.
So thank you for that question. I do think that having the best of finance and the best of healthcare, we should transfer those benefits to people with critical and grave illness. So we want to assure you that as this partnership progresses, as Puriji has spoken about discounts, we will also make sure that we get from the manufacturers, people suffering from critical illness. We do want a methodology to be able to lock the cost. It's early days yet, but I can only tell you as the partnership grows stronger, there will be more and more benefits that come back to the people that subscribe.
Good. That's good.
We have now Ritu Singh from CNBC TV 18. Ritu, would you be able to ask your question?
Shivani, can you unmute Ritu?
I just wanted to ask if this is an exclusive partnership, and if not, is HDFC Bank looking at similar tie-ups from with other healthcare providers in the immediate future? Thank you.
So Ritu, the Healthy Life tie-up is an exclusive tie-up. For you to participate in this tie-up, you will have to open an account with HDFC Bank, which you till date haven't. So it is important that you go out and do that and don't miss on it. And then you will be able to report and cover as well the entire program a bit better. Yeah.
Good for us.
Thanks, Ritu. Thank you, Rahul. Okay. Pragya Maheshwari, can you please introduce yourself and the publication that you represent and ask a question? This is on the Apollo Doctor. Okay, she has a technical issue, so I'll ask the question on her behalf to Madam Shobna. Will Apollo Doctor on call get me connected to a doctor instantly anytime?
100%. That is our commitment to HDFC of our service level, that there will be an emergency doctor. If anyone is in trouble, 24/7, wherever they can call into that number, and we will give emergency advice. However, the doctors of Apollo for teleconsult are also available later once this emergency is taken care of.
Okay.
Ravi?
Yeah, since there are no more. Yes, Rahul, you want to say something?
No, that's it. You were quiet, so I was just prompting you.
Yeah. I was just saying that since there are no more questions, we will bring this press event to a close. I will thank everyone from the media who have attended this, and thank you all for coming here and making it a success. A special thanks to Dr. Reddy for being here, Mr. Puri, Madam Shobna, Rahul, Sashi, and so many others from the bank who have joined but have not spoken. Thank you all for being here and conveying this message of good health to people. Like we have said before, hum haar nahi manenge. I hope my Hindi is right this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the very best to everybody.